What is going on, you guys? Welcome back, and today I have finally seen one of my most anticipated movies of the entire year, and that is A Quiet Place Part 2. Now, granted, if you guys might be wondering, what do I think of the first movie? I actually am a huge fan of it. I actually think it's one of the best modern horror films ever made. Granted, I own the original on DVD, and I was very excited to see this movie because, for one thing, the original was great, and I wanted to see how John Krasinski could really expand this universe so well with what he was given. And granted, this is definitely one of my favorite movies of the whole year, and that's really saying something. Now, this movie picks up immediately at where the first one left off, and it also gives you some flashbacks as to how the whole entire um, nightmare started with these monsters, and how they came and how they got to Earth, and why they are doing what they're doing, and how people responded to it. And this film just really, I was really on edge the entire time throughout the entire runtime of this movie. I was on the edge of my seat wondering what was going to be happening next, because and when because if you guys did not see the first one, spoiler alert, John Krasinski's character does not make it at the end. So he's still in this movie, but he's presented through flashbacks, like when they flash back to the first movie, when they flash back to the beginning of how this all started on day one, which granted is one of the best scenes in the whole movie. I was like, oh my god, like the way this all started was, although it was kind of expected that they would start it off like this, I was still on edge the entire time, and I still freaking loved this movie. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, they are still great in their roles. I loved them dearly. I loved them just as much as I did from the first movie. And the fact that this family knows what they're doing, and the fact that they have discovered new ways to learn how to adapt to a quiet environment. From the first movie, instead of speaking, they would use sign language, and in the third, instead of using plates, they would use a leaf, and all that stuff. So they had to make sure to keep quiet as much as they could. And in this movie, they don't really have that sort of system that they built, because basically the first movie starts on day 89, where they've already created a system for themselves, so they don't have it anymore. Now that they have to leave their home and go out in the outside world, they don't know what's waiting for them out there. And I was really intrigued to see, oh my god, okay, they don't even know what's out here anymore. They don't know what's waiting for them. So how are they going to get past these monsters, and how are they going to manage to stay quiet? Who are they going to run into? And granted, I cared about every character in this film, even ones that were on screen for just a short period of time. I was still like again on edge. And granted, you guys, this movie was great. I do think the acting was very well too, especially the two kids. Millicent Simmons, I think that's how you pronounce her first name. She was great in the movie, and granted, I do think that was a great idea that they did, casting an actual deaf actress in a quiet movie that relies on silence. I think that was honestly a great idea that they pulled off in this film. I do think that because of the way that this movie ended, there's no doubt that they're going to do a third one. And I will not be surprised at all if this ends up becoming a franchise. Like maybe a franchise of like 6 or even 10 films. Because granted, I'm going to see every single one that comes out. So if they continue to make more, which I'm pretty sure they will, there has to be a part 3 to this because of the way this one ended. I think that they'll do another one. So guys, I really think that you guys need to check this film out. This was one of my most anticipated movies of actually 2020, but then obviously the pandemic hit, and nobody could see it because of that. But this was still one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and I was very happy to find out what this film brought, and I loved it. There's my cat back there. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna give Quiet Place Part 2 an A+. I love this movie so much, you guys. It's definitely, so far, my favorite film of the whole year. So guys, thank thank you very much for watching this video. I'm still hoping to reach 100 subscribers so I can get to my so I can review the first horror film I've ever seen. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. My next movie review is going to be The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. I'm excited to review that film for you guys. So guys, thank you very much again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.